Peace. Bring them together. Don't separate them. Bring them together. Peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrate. We're not going too far in the future. We're not going too far in the past. Right now. Like I'm laughing at the peace thing. Because some people, be like, oh, the peace thing. And I brought this up before. But I always think that's why I never trip over like the SWAT sticker situation. And I think to the way on How High where Method Man ran that game. Well, Method Man ran that game to the brethren where he's like, peace is a form of, of expression, this and that. So, with all that being said, peace. But how the SWAT sticker, different symbols could be changed depending on the person that used them. It's all about what my intent is with the symbol. My intentions with this symbol is to say peace and love, my brethren, and not separation. So whatever little thing that it stood for or whatever that somebody changed it to, that's not what I'm using it for. So, and since I am an extension of source and I am a God and I create with my will, I willfully say peace be unto you. But I want to speak about, speaking from my this is my own experience of, should I say my own feeling and downloads about this situation. But, somebody that kind of asked this question, I'm like, good question. Because, I had this question for myself, and that's why I kind of got, the little answers. I kind of did a little self-questioning to higher self, and then kind of got, a little assessment about the situation. But is it possible to have friends with benefits on your spiritual growth? When we say friends with benefits, is it possible for us to have casual sex? For us to have sex and not be soulmates and not be twin flames and not be the one I want to spend the rest of my life with. Can we still have sex? Because sex is something healthy, Is there anybody in the world that, just casually have sex while raising their vibration? Is that possible? So I'm gonna share with you, the vibe I got, as far as what's real on that situation. Now, for one, what I caught is that it has to be something that is 100% mutual from both parties, in essence. How sometimes we'll say, oh yeah, it's cool, friends with benefits, but then one of us really want to take it to another level more than the next one and kind of hiding it. So yeah, cool with the friends with benefits. One of us may be acting cool, that yeah, man, I'm cool with it. Oh yeah, I won't catch feelings or this and that. But you really kind of low key, you into the situation on a high level. That energy is gonna be felt, and it could throw the situation off. And for one, again, you're not being completely authentic about how you feel. You gotta be like, man, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be hard for me. And two, that helps the situation by keeping it real and being like, I do my best to not fall in love with you, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm really feeling you. I don't know how we're gonna be able to be friends with benefits, because I'm a fall for you, if we start having sex on that level. You gotta keep it real about that situation, because what happens is when it's like, oh yeah, I could do that, and then it's cool, then so and so go to having other friends. You go to vibing with other friends, and then it creates this little this telepathic tension where it's like this little hook, this little energy hook too. Is gonna create an unhealthy energy hook, a little telepathic. I call it telepathic tension, where whenever you're gonna see that person with somebody else, you're not gonna say something, you're gonna act like it's cool, but that energy of you knowing that you're not cool with it, that energy is gonna be felt, between you and whoever you're dealing with, whoever you're having sex with, you feeling bad because they got another friend, that tension is gonna be felt, whether you acting like you don't, feel it, or whether you acting like it don't bother you or not. That energy is gonna be felt. So the thing is to be 100% authentic. If you're gonna deal with this energy, be authentic. Like, know that, all right, I can't take it there with this person, or if I can't, let me express that, and then we'll see where it go from there. But again, it should be a mutual feeling of like, hey, sex is a blissful situation dealing with, tantric healing energy. Let's have a sexual healing without any feelings getting, involved, and allow for that to happen mutually, But like that, that's the situation, like letting it be known, like, all right, we're not gonna take it to nothing higher, or have that option, however, if I say have that option to take it further or whatever, but at the same time, just let it be a mutual feeling of, hey, we're just having sex on a casual level, and I say just casual, but again, like so say for instance, we on our spiritual growth, because again, with having sex, we looking out for the energy exchange, and two, I caught a situation with that, like, again, being authentic. If you're 100% authentic and the energy is mutual, in most cases we attract our reflections. So two, the sexual experience is something that should be a little more sensual, as well as far as, like, so say for instance, like, before just hopping into like sex and like ooh, and just getting into it on the animal nature of it, like, sit down and talk before y'all get there, like, like, really find out about each other, like, what each other's really been through, like, go through each other's closets, like, feel each other out, and kind of catch a vibe of what shadows may be lurking in between y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, so say for instance, we share common demons, in essence, you could feel what you're getting yourself into. So if I know that you share the same type of demons that I share, when we go to, exchanging energy on a sexual level, we're not surprising each other with, say for instance, our quote unquote demons, because we already sat and talked about it, or, the feeling was mutual about, like, knowing that, hey, we both on our growth, we're both growing, to a certain place. And then two, for the most case, none of us are gonna be extremely perfect with our energy, like, and I just spoke to recycling energies, like, in a lot of cases we're gonna be sexually healing each other, in the sexual process too, and that's another reason why I feel like too, why we should be casually having sex, of course in a cautious manner, but it's very healing, you know what I'm saying? So reason why a lot of us are like so, distant on a communication level, especially like between male and female aspect, masculine and feminine aspects, is because we're not connecting on these levels. We're so tense on a sexual level and so frigid, we barely even speak to each other in the line in the grocery store, you know what I'm saying? That comes, like, my vibe I pick up is from, the sexual, tension. Because I find that, say for instance, like, whenever I'm in that vibe of like root chakra is spinning good, I'm in those situations, say for instance, standing in a line at a grocery store, I'm a little more vocal, like, hey, how you doing, queen? Looking beautiful today, you know what I'm saying? Like, sacred geometry looking real nice, and get a little laugh, we could build from there, whatever the situation is, but, sorry about this noise, but again, I feel like a lot of that, lack of having sex, is what creates this little rigidness between, our communication, you know. So again, with the casual sex, you know, if the energies are mutual, if I understand that you got a problem with say for instance, for example, I know I'm a little narcissistic at times, and I get myself into these type of situations, and then you let me know like, well, yeah, sometimes I do the same type of stuff. Then alright, when we exchanging energy, and again, being 100% truthful and authentic, because it ain't about the necessarily shadows and demons as much as it is about one of us trying to hide. Like, so as we're talking, and trying to feel each other out, and one of us is trying to hide information, then that turns into something that could be felt as kind of funny, whenever you're sexually exchanging. Matter of fact, because that's the type of energy that could be felt on DMT trips too. Like, well, if somebody trying to hide something about themselves, it's like, bruh, we are here forever. Like, we gonna learn about each other at one point or another. When we transition out of these bodies, or as we grow more spiritually and we have these blissful experiences, we're gonna share all of our information, so it don't pay to hide this situation, So that's another thing too. Like, when somebody's like trying to really hide information, that again, that's gonna throw the situation off. I remember having a LSD or acid trip, with a female, and I had to let her know, because it's gonna get brought up to the forefront. So I had to share that, hey, before you came, I did have the idea of us having sex in my mind, As a matter of fact, so I just wanted to share that. Like, if you do feel that vibe, it wasn't me trying to, hey, let me take it, we're gonna take this acid, and then that's gonna get on a certain type of vibe so we can have sex. I definitely had to let her know about that, because too, with all this repressed energy, like, a lot of what females deal with is that vibe of like, feeling like they can't really, say for instance, do something like acid with a male, because of like what they might try to do. So I definitely had to, make the energy, clear that air, and let her know, like, hey, if you do feel that vibe, that was just my little lower nature, my ego, probably, having some wishful thinking, going on, and you might pick up on that in my thought, again, how you pick up on thought forms telepathically in the energy field. Like, you might pick up on that energy, but I definitely wasn't on no type of scheme, like, hey, let me, let's take acid, and then, hopefully we get to a certain vibe where we can have sex, like, I had to share that. And again, it's about being that open about that situation, because, matter of fact, dealing with acid too, these situations get open, because not to go too deep into a situation, I had another situation that opened up, that, like I say, that opened up that box, that same little box about, just dealing with having sex and like secret agendas, and like how you gotta be upfront about these situations, because this energy could be felt, and that little sneaky energy is gonna be felt as something that's untrustable, like, you don't want to deal with nobody, because again, on a sexual exchange, you don't want to be dealing with nobody that's untrustworthy. So again, it don't really matter about what type of demons or what type of energy. Not say it don't matter, but again, as long as you're being upfront with each other, then you know what you're dealing with, compared to where you're trying to hide something. And you could be hiding, and that's the thing too, like, whether it's something that seems like, like what I'm trying to hide from somebody may seem like something small or simple, it's still something that you're hiding, and going where we going, like, a high vibration is about being truthful and 100% authentic. So just trying to hide 1% out of the 99% is gonna throw off the connection, That's why as empaths we find it hard to connect with somebody, that even though they're giving us 99% of the truth and 99% of their authentic selves, because there's a 1% that they're hiding, and a 1% that's being hidden, that's being kind of repressed, we feel that hidden little vibe, and even though it's just 1%, it kind of has us on that, like, let me watch this person, or I don't even really want to vibe with them. And more so because even though they show them at 99, the fact that they, feeling like they could show 99 and hide just one, that kind of raises the radar, because it's like, all right, they trying to, kind of have this hidden agenda or this hidden vibe, But again, with the casual sex, if we upfront about our energies and what's going on with us in our energy field, then it shouldn't be nothing that should be harmful. But again, it has to be a mutual understanding. You have to find, on a mutual level, you have to find that person that's on their spiritual path, that's like, hey, I would just love for us to have a sexual healing session, not looking to take this any further. Of course, the way the universe works, what happens in the now happens in the now, and if we make it a connection, through just the way of just letting it happen, cool. But I'm mutually looking to just have a sexual healing, a little tantric healing session, and nothing more, nothing less. If you're looking for the same thing, then maybe we should connect. That type of vibe. But again, it has to be 100% authentic. But yeah, so again, because the female is extremely magnetic, the female definitely takes on the energies, and males, just because we're electric doesn't mean we are electromagnetic, beings. So even though a male is more electric than magnetic, we still taking on energies as well, So again, as long as we know what we're dealing with, again, the talking before sex, like really talking, not no small talk, like what you go to school for, or what you go to school, and which that leads to deeper conversations. Don't get it wrong. That may lead to a deeper exchange of information. But you want to really talk about repressed energy, like, hey, when I was a little kid, I got child molested, type of stuff. Like really let things be known. Like could that be the type of things too that can be healed through sex, and by expressing it on a verbal level before sex, and having sex, afterward. Like, that's all a part of the healing, you know what I'm saying? So again, being authentic, expressing what's really going on with each other, that's a part of the whole healing process. So back to the question at hand, is it possible for us to have casual sex or have friends with benefits, on our spiritual growth while we're raising our vibration, while we're ascending? I feel it's possible, but I feel it's possible through this situation, like what I just explained, through these quote unquote guidelines, so to speak. I feel it is possible, but just definitely has to be something that's authentic, and definitely truthful from the beginning, from the start. We're keeping it real with each other, not hiding information, but that's basically it. Matter of fact, also, dealing with with crystals in this situation, add crystals to the, like, before, if y'all plan on having sex, on certain situation, like, sit there and communicate with a little bit of carnelian around, a little carnelian and quartz, to allow for some healthy sexual energy to flow within that energy field, that'll help transmute some of that negative sexual energy, or just negative energy in general, but for sure dealing with the sacral chakra energy, the emotions dealing with sex, that's more so for the females, but also for the males as well, but but allowing for the crystals to help with that energy as well, you know.